In the C218 and X218 series with the M276 engine with the code 804, there's a new method to teach in the 7G TRONIC automatic transmission. This adaptation can now be performed when parked. Turn on the ignition. Before you start the teaching process, do a quick test. Make sure that the following control units have no errors: ESP, engine electronics, and the fully integrated transmission control VGS. Establish a connection with the VGS control unit. Then select Adjustments. Check the Engine Electronics submenu to make sure the software version is correct. Only when this is up to date can the standstill adaptation be performed. You find this under Teaching Processes, Adaptation of the Transmission, Adaptation of the Gear Shift. Follow the safety instructions for the delayed fan switch off, because it turns on at the beginning of the adaptation. Carefully read through the requirements for the adaptation. The oil temperature of the automatic transmission must be above 40 degrees. Only when the temperature reaches a minimum of 41 degrees can you start with the adaptation of the gear shift. Choose either acceleration upshift and drive downshift for individual gears, or teach in all available gears at the same time, for example after a hardware replacement. We teach in an acceleration upshift from 3rd gear to 4th gear and the drive downshift from 4th gear after 3rd gear. Observe the following notes. In our case, some conditions are not met. Before starting the adaptation, you need to close all the doors and apply the brakes. Also, turn off the air conditioning. And bring the selector lever to position D. Once these conditions are met, the adaptation runs when the accelerator pedal is pressed down all the way. During the entire teaching process, remain on the brake and accelerator pedal. The vehicle will jolt and the engine speed will vary. During the entire adaptation, all the requirements must be constantly met. If there's an interruption, for example when you turn on the air conditioner, the teaching process is stopped immediately. If boundary conditions of a specific gear are not met 3 times during the adaptation will not be performed in this ignition sequence. If the transmission gets too hot, the adaptation will pause automatically. The fan cools the transmission to the required temperature. You still have to meet all conditions, also pressing the accelerator pedal. The teaching process was successful. Put the transmission in P and the process will stop automatically. Take a test drive before returning the vehicle to the customer.